Hello guys, Naim Pradhan from Peak 945. So I'm speaking from Dhaka, and today the topic is same, when to reopen. So I give you some facts. That is from John Hopkins University. It's reported that already 2.5 million cases out there throughout the world, and from White House Coronavirus Task Force Chief Dr. Deborah. She told to follow the guidelines which governments are providing. You have to wear the mask, you have to wear the gowns, and social distancing is very much required, because till now we don't have that much control over the spread. To control the spread, that is through the drive-through, the testing kits are not available till now that much. So Donald Trump has ordered already, we told you, but some of the PPE should be available. Some of the critics are telling that governments not yet provided yet throughout the country. That's why some of the nursing homes are facing. But the Chief Clinical Officer in the Providence, Dr. Annie Compton Phillip, she is telling that people should stay safe, and US companies already ordered to manufacture the PPEs onshore. And she also mentioned that we need to reopen the economy very quick. Okay, so based on the critics, they are telling that the life-saving gears are not available. So in response to that, the UK Nick Robertson, he is a diplomatic editor, he said that already we have ordered the Turkey to provide the protective gears. UK has told that 159 firms has been deployed to prepare the protective gears. And one more news is that CNN has written to the Wuhan as the reopen has been done over there. But the Missouri, the governor is blaming that China is responsible for that problem and sufferings of the world, and he's telling that the coronavirus is their creation. And so the analysis is from my side, that is US government and around the world, the government is telling that we have enough PPE, and it is already ordered inside their country to manufacture, and the critics are telling that not enough PPE. But this is I think that they are domestic, every country's domestic politics. But there is some good news out there. That is from the UT Austin University, one professor, they have created a model, training model to detect to forecast the virus spread using thousands and millions of devices, cell phones that people are using. So I have some knowledge over there because I was working in the data science in Havana. So I tell you how they're planning to do that. Okay, I have some implementation details there from my brain. I executed the steps how they do that. That is when you go outside with the phones, you have the tracking, right? Like the model which we use in the aggression detection, that how close the people are coming, like that is a lockdown situation. We have the historical data that when the spread was started in most probably January or February, and during that time which of the states were infected and what is the density of those people from where it was originated. So currently in this lockdown, when you go outside, when it is not allowed but you are going, so we can track the type of people who is going out, and what is the gatherings, so where is the high density places. So with the phone you are going out, you are talking around, so the tracking and the aggregation and the density between them, at least we don't need the density, we just need to know that which are the areas the phones are mostly going and reaching, and points of those areas. We can create a model and understand that where is the vulnerability might happen when the reopen will start. So it will happen over there where people are less aware about the guidelines, they are not following the guidelines. So it means when the people are not aware about the virus impacts and severity, only those places it has more impact, more chances that it may start. So to detect that, the we have to know that what is the density in this type of lockdown people are creating. So only those places are the more vulnerable. Like maybe this type of or some other different algorithms or reasonings they are using to create this model to forecast the virus threat. They are using the thousands and millions of mobile devices, right? So that is the thing. So I can tell you some acts or activities that you can do to create some impact, right? So to have some impact, you can create a thanks party, like online, like the workers who are working in the healthcare facilities, they're working day and night with the patients. They are the fighters. They are moving very close to the patients of the coronavirus. So to cheer up them, to reduce some stress and create some motivation, you can create a thanks party, like someone go to the nursing homes or the hospitals through the online conference. From home you can give them thanks, they will be motivated, right? So one more example I can tell, in the roads who are working in the corona fight, they are very much hardworking, they need water, they need to clean their hands, so you can in regular distance, you have to calculate what is the gathering and how much distance we need the things, that is the some plant stall where they can wash their hands. You can put some poster, what is the steps to clean up the hands properly. We can tell people and create some guidelines, because the virus actually getting inside your body through your eyes, nose, mouth. So in that case, that's why we are wearing the mask, we are covering the eyes. So in that case, to educate the people, you can do one thing, that is to aware them, cheer them. The cheer is very much required regardless of the age. And when you are at home, the old people, elderly people, they're getting depressed, you can create some hotline, as I told you before. You can create live session, live videos with the songs, movies. So these are the things actually we can do for them who are capable, right? So this is the impact. And one moral, that's all the stories I want to share you today. And just now I heard that Donald Trump asked that to shoot the Iranian boats because they are moving towards the US boats, and they asked that you shoot the Iranian boats if they are creating problems. It's a CNN news, I just heard it, right? That's why I just tell you. So it's also a type of cheer, right? Because since we are in fight in the corona and it's creating by some people, like the Missouri governor is blaming China for this virus. So the people who are fighting for the US around the world with NATO and their allies, they should know that there is a real enemy out there. We have to know that the enemy is no more invisible. We know who are the people who are creating this problem. So we have to take our precautions to take our boat safe, right? So that's why we have to shoot back. Thank you. So that's the thing I want to share today from Peak 945. It's Naim Pradhan here from Dhaka. Thank you very much. Bye.